definitely learning a lot from seeing this child being raised, because it's very specific the way it's being done with communication. I will slow myself down and communicate with him just on the really practical, common sense situation that's going on, understanding that he's a child exploring the world and he's doing all sorts of stuff that I think is wrong and bad, and or like I want him to do something different, but instead really just letting him figure out the world, and anything that he comes at us with is listened to and understood, and there's no reaction of this is right or wrong. It's just, you know, could this possibly be consequential to yourself or anybody else or not? For Caesar, I got here and he came into my life years after I had already been developing this understanding. Sure. So I would say the children in my life before were my practice ground.
Yeah.
Or I thought that I always knew best because I'm the parent or the guardian, or I mean not the parent, but like the stand-in parent, and that I always had to tell them what was the right thing to do, what was the wrong thing to do, and now it's like it's completely equal. It's like, let's discover together, you know, how to handle this, or what's the best way, or even just take my hands off and shut my mouth, you know, and just let him express and listen, understand.
I never really was interested in like interacting with kids at that age because there was this like resistance within me. I just was like, I don't know what to talk about. And then recently, in the last few months, I've you know, come into contact with more kids at that age. They are so fun to talk to because they are so just like, they have all these questions, and like when you are just communicating as yourself and to them as an equal, as just another person, it's like, it is so engaging and like fulfilling talking to these kids because there's nothing that is behind them that's hidden. There's no like ulterior motive. There's nothing, like they're just completely exposed and open and excited about life, and it was just like the coolest thing. And I didn't have that understanding of communication or like speaking to someone without anything hidden within myself, you know, how to be completely open and vulnerable with someone, which I think is what helps communication be effective.
Also, when you communicate with kids in that way, you can't, like, there's times where Caesar comes into my room, you know, I live with him in the same house and I have work to do, and he comes into my room and he takes all of my focus because I have to make sure he's not touching things that can break, and, you know, he's talking constantly. I got into a point once where I started to become resistant to him coming in my room, and I would say, you know, Caesar, I'm really tired right now. I can't be with you right now. I need some time alone. And it was totally an excuse, you know. Not a week later, he started using the excuse that he was too tired to do things that he had to do. There's that responsibility, you know, if you're going to lie and manipulate the situation, you're also standing as an example for the child. So you have to catch these moments, and it's slippery, you know, they're sneaky moments because you're so used to talking like that, communicating like that. The communication with children has been incredible to catch these lies, these, you know, tainted communication, I'll call it.